Hey guys, look at my granulated onions, look. Look at that. So now what I'm gonna do now, add my mushrooms and let that steam out, sweat out. You know, mushrooms is a fungus, so obviously it's going to dissipate and reduce. So we're gonna mix that in, let it get a little bit coating with everything else, my jerk caramelized onions. And then we're gonna go from there. I say quick and easy meal. To me, it's quick and easy. I don't eat KFC and all that, so look at that. Once that sweat's on, that's gonna be for the glaze to melt our cheese on top. The cheese is gonna be the glue. Now, let's check our salt and pepper chips. My air fryer got coming along lovely. Keep them warm right about now so they can get crispy when I'm done. And then bang. Oh my days. I can smell the cinnamon and the ginger in it. Keep in mind, I met me in Jack Stores is going to be selling soon. But you can smell the cinnamon and the ginger in that. Look. Oh, hush. Can you see that? Look at that. And then I don't have no ice, but I'm putting a water bath to shock it to reduce the temperature real quick. In a commercial kitchen like when I work, we have fridges that drop temperatures down in 90 minutes, you know. Blast chiller it's called. But if you don't have a blast chiller, that ain't like none of us do, and I'm not cooking it in one of my commercial kitchens, we use what's called an ice bath. You use that for pasta, anything, rice, anything you want to stop it and shock it from overcooking. No. Can you see it thicken it up? See what's happening is the chemical reaction with the vinegar, with the granulated sugar, is sweating it out. The sugars to make it thick. Oh yes, we're ready. See that there? Full of timing. Look at that. See that juice? We're gonna make that juice go thick. Obviously, like I said, I don't have a blast chiller at home. It's not commercial kitchen, so I'm not at work. I'm on work for the rest of the year, to be honest. But normally you put ice in it, and it's called an ice bath in it to reduce the temperature from the outside, and it cools down the inside. And then what happens is whatever's in there that's liquid, seeing that we're using vinegar and sugar caramelizes with anything. So you really drop down the sugar. Sugar cools down quicker than anything else when it comes to liquids, because all it does is gets thicker. It's like how you make glass candy, Bermuda glass candy. See that? So we let that thicken now. We got the mushrooms in there now. We're gonna reheat this back up afterwards, right? So when we put the peppers and everything in, it'll be done. To be continued. Jerk Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Okay? Remember that. Okay, back to the onions. Let's take out this. Look at that, glazed up nice, look. See the thickness, look. So now I'll put that to the side, so when I need it, heat it back up real quick. It's chilling like a villain. Back row seat. Now, let's go. I got oil going. For that, I was gonna boil up some water and then do my steak in, you know, just blanch it here to give it a bit more tenderness. But I'm afraid I'm cheating today. Ow. 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 The world premiere, guys, of jerk Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. I eat jerk anything, so I made jerk spaghetti bolognese the other day. Guys, gotta try out my jerk sauce. It's better than this store stuff, because that stuff is rubbish. Anything store-bought when it comes to sauces, you know, they have a higher sugar content in it. I want to ask why. Why do they put a lot of sugar and a lot of sauces that you buy at the shops? house to preserve, innit? Times when we didn't have no refrigerators and all that, they used to smoke meat and fish and all that, so look at that. Oh yeah, I got a whiff of that spice. My peppers are from my own allotment, guys. Grow as you go. If the world shut down, would you guys be able to survive without electricity or anything like that? Just a simple question. Bang. You know, when that water makes that noise down the bottom here using electric range, so yeah, that's why I do that. Life hacks. Turn the power up to that. You don't want them mushy, you just want them, you know? When it comes to timing, imagine being in a commercial kitchen, serving 12 people, and there's 12 different dishes. Everything has to be on timing. So the foods that you cook, the easiest, that takes the easiest to cook, you do them last. See, look. Added the mushrooms in, look at that. Caramel onions, look. Look. I can smell the cinnamon, the ginger in that. My chili. Wash your hands, guys, before you use the bathroom. Your wife might divorce you if not. Now adding in our beef. If you guys notice, I'm using pots of everything. No sauce pans or no frying pans or nothing like that. You don't want to overcook your meat. So you do put it on low, right? Put it on low. Let it glaze, and we're going to hit that just a dash of soy sauce. So I didn't put that much salt in it. Now it's cooking up a little bit, just a dash of soy sauce, not too much, like 2 tablespoons. And I'm using light soy sauce. Now just a little bit of mayonnaise on each one. Not too much, I'm not a fan of mayonnaise, but yeah. Add a little mayonnaise, you know. Make sure you get all your corners. That's done. See that? Just a little bit of oil to get it started so it doesn't stick. Add a little bit of soy, a little bit of water. And then my spices, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, granules, a little bit of cinnamon, paprika, and soy sauce. Look at that. That's done. Now let's start layering a little bit of cheese first. You want to have that sandwich nice and gumptious. Tad bit of the caramelized onions. Look at that, look. Look at that, too, you thickened up lovely, look. Look at those caramelized onions, guys, look at that. That's absolutely lovely. Showed you guys how to make caramelized onions. Now that steak. Oh my days, guys, look at that. Look at that. Now, a little bit more cheese on top, look. Not too much, guys, you gotta whisper it. You gotta finesse your sandwich, show it love. You got our peppers, right? Look. Now we coat that on top. A little bit more. A little bit more on that one. Look at that, guys. Look, now a little bit more cheese. Remember I tell you, the cheese is the glue to the sandwich. Now to top it off, a little bit more caramelized onions with mushroom. And then a little bit more cheese on top. Look at that. That's absolutely marvelous. Now, last but not least, a little bit more cheese. That's one. That's add my salt and pepper chips. Bit of salt and pepper seasoning that I make. Dash it over everything. I'm not named Jamie Oliver, but a little bit of sweet chili sauce. Put that in. Now, a homemade jerk Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Look at that.